We are here at the tomb of the patriarchs in the double cave, and I want to show you something, okay? We spoke about Shulchan Aruch and the Ramah, yeah? This is the Shulchan Aruch, Hiskabar Kari Lamoid Babaykar Lavadispare Sheyehe Hu Ma'ur HaShachar, right? And then you have the Ramah, yeah? And the Ramah writes, V'al Kol Panim Lo Yachir Zman HaTfilah Shahat Tzibur Mispalel, and he goes on more, right? We spoke about this in my previous videos. I'm pretty sure we read that whole part till Bays, probably, I think. We read parts of it, but we talked about it, we explained it, right? Okay, well, what happens if you go before the Shulchan Aruch and the Ramah? The Shulchan Aruch is Yosef Karo buried in Tzfas. I'm going to Tzfas, by the way, for the weekend, Bezrat Hashem. And I used to live there. And I've been there many times and shown you guys many times. But, okay, the Shulchan Aruch, the bold letters, that's Yosef Karo. The non-bold letters is the Ramah, or Moshe Soler, buried in Krakow, where I was just. What's this? What's the Torah? Because it's based on the Torah. The Shulchan Aruch is based on the Torah. What's a Torah? I believe the Torah is the first one that ever made one of these types of books. That he took all the halachic, all the legal rulings of the Talmud and compiled it into a book. The first one to ever do that was the Torah. The Shulchan Aruch is based on the Torah. The Ramah is based on the Torah. Okay, so what's the Torah? So you could see here, L'chein tzorech adam leskaber kari lamoid babaykar lavodas barei vaf im yisienu yitzrei b'chorev lemar ich tamod babaykar v'akor gadol yisienu b'kayitz lemar ich tamod mitascha v'adayin lo savata mishnazcha hisgaber alav lakom shetehu shetehei atam ur hashachar v'lo yehehu me'ircha K'may Shamar David alav Shalom Ura Kvoidi Ura Hanevel Bechinor Ira Shachar Ani Meir Shachar Ve'ena Shachar Meir. You see, V'chol Shechenim Yashkim Koidim Or Habayker Lokum L'Eschanin L'Fnei Bayroi Ma Yafiv Uma Toiva Uma Ma Yafyoi Uma Tova. Anyways, you could see this quote Hiskab Berkari Lamad Babayker Lavadis Barei also made it into the Shulchan Aruch Yosef Karo, but Yosef Karo doesn't have all this in the Shulchan Aruch, all this didn't make it. Yosef Karo starts here. He starts by his Gaber Kari. So what happened? You had the Talmud that has major discussions. The Torah took all the biblical, halachic, legal discussions and put it in a book. The Shulchan Aruch, I think, made it shorter, and the Ramah did the same thing as the Shulchan Aruch, but instead of printing his own book, he made it an addition to the Shulchan Aruch because he didn't want to have two books of Jewish law. He wrote his book, and then he wrote it at the same time as the Shulchan Aruch, and then he received the Shulchan Aruch, and he didn't want to that there should be two books. So instead of printing his own book, he printed it as an addition to the Shulchan Aruch, and we have it to this day as an addition to the Shulchan Aruch. So if you open up any Shulchan Aruch like here, wait, hold on, 1 second. Let's find a page that has Ramah, like here. So here you have the Shulchan Aruch in bold and the Ramah in the non-bold, because the Ramah didn't print his own book. He wanted to, but then he got the Shulchan Aruch. It came to his town. So instead of printing his own book, so there's going to be two books on the Jewish law, instead he just added it as an addition to the Shulchan Aruch. And to this day we have it as an addition to the Shulchan Aruch. But before the Shulchan Aruch and the Ramah was the Torah, okay? And the Shulchan Aruch is based on the Torah. But what does the Torah start with? So let's just read the beginning, okay? Yehuda ben Tema Omer, Yehuda son of Tema says, have a uz kenemer, be bold like a nemer. It's a type of animal, like maybe a leopard or a cheetah or a tiger, I don't know. The kal kenesher, and light like an eagle. Rutz kitzvi, run like a deer. The gibor ka'ari, and be strong like a lion. Last days to do the will of your Father in heaven, that is in heaven. Prat arba devarim ba'avadis habar yisbarach. Specifically 4 things in the service of the Creator, blessed Creator. V'hischal ba'az. So part means he specified, I guess. He specified 4 things in the service of the blessed Creator. V'hischal ba'az, and he ba'az kenemer. And he began with be bold, I guess, like a nemer. Lefi shehu klal gadol b'avodas habar yisbarach, because this is a great general rule in the divine, in the service of the blessed Creator. Lefi, because Shepa'amim adam chafetz la'asais mitzvah v'nimna milashaisa mipnei bnei adam shel maligim alav. Because sometimes a person wants to do a certain commandment, divine commandment, and he's prevented from doing it because people that make fun of him. And therefore, therefore, his here, shetayis panecha keneged hamaligim. You should have a bold face. Your face should be emboldened to these making fun of people, these bullies. Ve'al timna milasas mitzvah. And don't be prevented from doing the mitzvah. V'chein amar Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai. And so said Rabbi Yochanan, son of Zakkai, l'talmidav, to his students. It should be the will, the divine will, the will, that you should have the fear of heaven on you, like the fear of flesh and blood. Just like you're scared of flesh and blood and you're embarrassed in front of flesh and blood, you should also be embarrassed about God like that. And so he said in regards to the embarrassment, because sometimes a person is embarrassed before people more than he's embarrassed in front of the blessed Creator. Therefore, al-kain, his here, shetayz mitzchacha, you should be bold. I think your forehead is mitzchacha, I think. Kineged amaligim, opposite these that make fun of you, v'lo tevash, and you shouldn't be embarrassed. And so, or similarly said David, peace be upon him, v'adavra, and I will speak. Ba'adaisecha, I don't know what that means, like in your testimony or something. Neged malachim, opposite or in front of the kings. V'lo yevash, and I won't be embarrassed. Afki haya nirdaf ubayreach ben umais haya. So even though he was being chased and he was running away from between the nations, he was strengthening in his Torah and he was studying, even though they were making fun of him. Amar Kal Kanesher, and he said, "Be like an eagle connected Ra'is Ha'ayin," the vision corresponding to the vision of the eye. But Dima Oisai Nesher, and he imagined himself like an eagle. Ki ka'asher hanesher sat ba'aver, just like the eagle that's sat in the air. I don't know what sat means, but something in the air. Kachu ra'oi sa'ayin, so too is the vision of the eye. Loimer shata'atzim einecha merois barat, saying that you should close your eyes from seeing wickedness. Kihu tachlis havera, tchilas havera, sha'ayin raya v'alev choimed, because that's the beginning of sin, that the eye sees and the heart desires. The klema goimrin, and the vessel of the action completes. And he goes on, but eventually he gets to what we said in the Shulchan Aruch of, where is it? To be like a lion when you wake up in the morning. But in the Shulchan Aruch he doesn't have all the beginning. He just has that part. So what happened? You have the Talmud, which goes deep in depth and has everything. Then you have the Torah, which has like a very condensed version. Then you have the Shulchan Aruch, which has an even more condensed version. And then you have the Ramah or Moshe Isserlis, who just gives you edits on that final condensed version. And then you have the Mishnah Berurah written by the Chavetz Chaim, which is not printed in the Torah or in the Shulchan Aruch. It's printed in its own book called Mishnah Berurah. I don't know if we have it here, but it's in my videos. You can see the Mishnah Berurah. So he just gives you footnotes and explanations of the Ramah and the Shulchan Aruch, which again, the Ramah and the Shulchan Aruch are written on the Torah, and the Torah is written on the Talmud. And that's everything you need to know about the history and what's going on in all these books. Anyways, we are in Me'aras HaMachpelah, the double cave, the tomb of the patriarchs. Buried here is Abraham, Isaac and Jacob, and Sarah, Rebecca, and Leah, and the head of Esau, and I forgot to mention also Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve also are buried here. Yeah. That's where we are. That's what's going on here. Who built this? Do you know who built this? Is actually Herod. I believe it was Herod. Same dude who built, I don't know, the second temple, or I don't know. But he built this edifice, this structure. The tombs are obviously here before that, but who built this big castle situation, you know? I believe it was Herod, and I believe he also built the second temple. Peace out. Let's make Major L'chaim. Should we make Major L'chaim? Let's make Major L'chaim. I already made a blessing, so I'm not going to bless on the beer. But you should raise your L'chaim, and you should make a blessing if you didn't already. This is brand new. I just bought it. Cost 52 shekel, handmade. I paid 15 shekel because it's all I had, and the dude took 15 shekel. The dude who sold it to me made it himself. You have the petek in there. It's in that hole. Stuck the petek and glued it shut or whatever. I'm bringing it home for Shiloh. Gang, gang, yo. Gang of Hashem. Don't mess. Mess and get smitten, yo. Yo, blessed are those who blessed Israel. You know the end. I don't want to mention it. Cursed are those who cursed Israel. Don't curse us. Just bless us. Be a blessing to us. He'll be blessed. Chaim alavracha. You know we're going to smoke a cigarette together, right? If you have a cigarette, get your cigarettes out too. Cigars count halfway. Get half credit for a cigar. I'm saying cigars are a rich man's cigarette, and I feel like even though it's like pleasurable and all that, you feel too rich smoking a cigar, so can't really say you're doing it for the chill. You're doing it because you want to feel rich. Cigarette, you're doing it for the chill, bro. You're one of the boys, you want to chill, you know. So yeah, if you smoke a cigar, you only get half credit. It's like drinking sweet wine. If you drink sweet wine, does it count like you made a l'chaim? It's half credit, bro. You're doing it. You get half credit. If you drink sweet wine, you get half credit, bro. Like, if you drink, like, a sugary alcohol, like one of these alcoholic beverages, like, that have sugar in them. Do you get counted? Does it count like you made a l'chaim? You get half credit, bro. It's like smoking a cigar. You get half credit. If you drink double the amount, does it count? No, because you get half credit times half credit. So it's like, if you drink 2, you don't get full credit, you're at 75. You drink 3, you're at whatever the difference between 75 and 100 is. 87.5, I think. Pretty much you'll never get to full credit by drinking sweet wines or smoking cigars. You'll always keep going half. You'll always be a few decimals away. L'chaim u'levracha. I bought this in Israel. You could see the Hebrew on the sticker, but this beer comes from Russia. It's a Russian beer. This morning I went to the local store that has European products. I got beers from different countries and pickles from different countries. I got pickles from Poland, pickles from Russia, pickles from Ukraine, and pickles from India. 4 different countries. Yeah, I got 4 jars of pickles. 1 from Poland, 1 from Russia, 1 from Ukraine, 1 from India. And I got 4 different beers also from random countries. This one's from Russia. They're all from random countries, I don't know. Chilling so hard, it's illegal, yo. Thank God I'm back in the Holy Land. Thank God I'm by the all holy places. Thank God I have all of my needs met. I have a shadow of my beer on my chest. See that? See that shadow? That's my beer. Look, I'll move my beer. Shadow's gone. That's my beer. See, put it back down. Ha! I got a beer on my chest, yo. Everyone should come chill in Israel. Recently, a bunch of celebrities pulled up to Israel, and they're all having the time of their life. Some of them are anti-Semites. Some they all love Israel, but some hate Jews and love Israel. Some love Israel and love Jews, whatever. But they're all having the time of their life here. Israel is for everyone. Whether you're like super Orthodox and you hate Zionism, or you're super Orthodox and love Zionism, or you're anti-Orthodox and love Zionism, or you're anti-Orthodox and you hate Zionism. Anywhere you are on the spectrum, Israel has room for you. Today, I'm saying in 50 years, we might not have room for you. We might not let secular people into Israel, or, you know. Right now, the way it stands today, anyone can come to Israel. You have all the freedom, all the rights. Whatever. It's a democracy, a liberal democracy. All are welcome, you know. The only apartheid is for Jews. They don't let Jews into certain areas. Muslims can go wherever they want. Jews are not allowed in certain areas. There's something called like Area A and Area B. If you're Jewish, you can't go in. Here behind me in the Tomb of the Patriarchs, Muslims and Christians can go wherever they want. The Jews are only allowed in one area. There's an area where Jews are not allowed in. Christians and Muslims could go in. Jews can't. So I'm saying there is apartheid in Israel, but it's not apartheid against Muslims. It's apartheid against Jews. People don't know this. People don't know this. But they're racist against Jews. The state of Israel is racist against Jews. It's a fact. We can't go into like a third of the country. We can't go into. Even the Temple Mount, they only let Jews in at certain times in certain areas. There's like, I don't know how many gates, 12 gates. We're only allowed in one of them. And like only certain times. Like Muslims can go whenever they want, you know? Christians can go whenever they want. I'm saying they say there's apartheid in the state of Israel. There is, but it's not against Muslims. It's against Jews. Israel is an apartheid state. Jews are second class. Christians and Muslims, first class. Jews, second class. Chaim. Yo, send me all your money. Send me all your money. All of it. Don't leave a penny in your bank account. Send me everything.